Hey, it's Megan Lorson. I'm back with another video for you today. So I'm going to be showing you how to do a twisted, loose, full boho updo. It's really simple, and I figured it's wedding season and I've been doing a lot of weddings lately. So I figured I'd show you this quick, simple and easy boho updo. And then my next couple videos are going to be on glam waves, because I don't know about you, but I have been getting so many requests for glam waves. Like literally half my brides, or like over half my brides, are literally asking for glam waves, and they're all showing me the same inspiration pictures of glam waves, but there's a couple different kinds of glam waves, and it's all about how you prep for them. And so anyways, I'm going to be doing a full tutorial on soft glam waves, and then I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on vintage glam waves, because there's a little bit of a difference. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those videos that are coming out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys what it's going to look like when it's finished, and then we're going to go through the whole thing step by step. So let's get started. Okay, real quick before we get started, this is going to be a no heat style. I wanted to add that in because it's just going to be twisting, manipulating the hair, pulling it out, using some product to get this look. And when I started doing wedding hair like 6 years ago, I literally started out every single style by curling the whole entire head. And that took me over an hour just to do one single updo. Whereas now it takes me about 30, 45 minutes if it's a really elaborate style. So you really can eliminate and cut your time in half by learning how to do updos and styles that don't involve heat. I still end up using heat in most of my styles for like front pieces or maybe smoothing the hair, but really products can do a lot for the hair, and just learning how to braid and twist to do different things with the hair and create like a curled look without actually doing curls. So that's why I'm really excited to show you this style. So let's get started now. Okay, so this is the style that I'm going to be teaching you today. It's very boho. You can see there's some little detail on the sides with some twisting, and it's just a really full, messy sort of bun, but polished at the same time. So boho styles are really in right now this year too, so I'm going to show you how to get this look. Okay, so first I'm just going to start out by brushing through her hair. We want to make sure that there's no tangles and that we get it nice and smooth. And because she is a mannequin, a lot of times her ends can look and feel really dry and frizzy. So I always like to prep the hair with some kind of oil, something not just super light, nothing super heavy or like that's going to make the hair look too shiny. So I like to use the Awapui styling treatment oil. Paul Mitchell makes this. It's a very lightweight oil. It's a dry oil, so it's very lightweight, and it just instantly softens the hair and adds a little bit of shine to it. So I'm gonna just run that through, especially on the ends, and just so we can get it nice and polished. Now the key to doing styles without heat is to make sure that the hair is free of any frizz before you get started with the style, or as you're working with the style, you want to make sure that you keep it polished and frizz free. So if their hair is extra frizzy, you may need to use a little bit of heat on some areas. Sometimes I have to do it on the top layer, just using a little bit of heat here and there, but most of the time I can get the hair pretty smooth with products. So then I'm just going to take the brush and brush that back through the hair and just make it nice and polished. Okay, and then the first thing we're going to do is start with the sides, and I'm going to go ahead and just leave a little bit of hair down just to soften her style. So we'll keep a little bit of that down, and then we'll curl these pieces at the end. And then I'm just going to start up here, and we're going to split the hair in half. And again, you want to comb your fingers through, make sure you're keeping the hair nice and smooth. You don't want to be creating any friction or creating any frizz in the hair. And then we're going to divide this in half, and we're going to start twisting it. So I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to grab a little bit more hair, twist it, grab a little bit more hair, twist, and then grab a little bit more hair till we get just past the ear. And then I'm going to twist that all the way down to the ends. And then I'm going to grab an elastic, and we're just going to secure that twist with an elastic. And it will untwist a little bit when I let go, and that's totally fine. And then what I'm gonna do is just kind of pinch and pull it out a little bit. Okay, now we're just gonna let that twist lay right there, and then I'm going to turn her around to the other side, and we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. We're just gonna pull out a little bit of hair in the front, and when I'm doing it on an actual person, I always let them see the amount of hair in front first and ask them if it's enough for them, or if they want more, if they want less, because typically once you start pulling back all this and get it into the style, sometimes it can be too late, or it can be a little tricky to pull out hair after. So I always like to pull the hair out in the front first, let them see it, make sure that's enough for them, and then continue with my style. Okay, so we've got the hair out in front, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take that little section right here, and we're going to smooth it out a little bit, and we're going to divide it in half, and I'm gonna have to turn her a little bit this way. And then you're just going to twist it, and it is important where you stand. You don't want to stand here and do a twist and then pull it back, because then you're gonna have weird lumps and loops and all kinds of things. So you want to make sure that you're kind of standing back in the direction of where you're going to do it. So you guys can see it, I'm going to stand on the side, but normally I'd stand probably like right over here. So we're going to make sure the hair is pulled back, and we're going to start twisting it. I'm going to grab a little bit of hair from her side, twist it over, grab a little bit more hair, twist it over, and then we're going to grab one more section just till we get all that hair around the ear, and twist it over. And then I'm just going to continue to twist that all the way to the end, keeping it nice and polished, smooth. And then I'm just going to take a clear elastic, and I'm going to secure that twist. And then once I secure it, it's going to twist and unravel just a little bit, and that's okay. And then I'm just going to pull these out a little bit. Just loosen them up a little bit. And you can pull them out as much as you want, as little as you want, or you can even do less twist if you just want a softer side twist. Okay, so we're just going to leave those for now. Actually, I got a piece of hair that's not supposed to be in there. Okay, so we're just gonna leave those out to the side. Where's this hair coming from? I think I just pulled this out. Okay, hold on, we're gonna redo this twist because I think I just pulled the hair out. So I'm gonna show you guys one more time. All right, so we're gonna start up here, and then we're going to start in the back as soon as we finish this twist. So let me just retwist this, grab a little bit of hair from here, twist it over, and we're going to grab a little bit more hair, twist it over, and then we're going to do one more under that ear and twist it over. Make sure I keep all this hair back here, and then we're just going to twist it down all the way, not quite to the end. I'm going to keep this because we're actually going to do something with the rest of this hair, so it doesn't need to go all the way down to the ends. So just to about here, and then secure it really good with your elastic, and then we'll come back to the sides. So I'll leave that there. I'm not going to worry about pulling it out too much yet, just because we're going to work on that in just a minute. Okay, so then I like to take my fingers, and I'm just going to zigzag it a little bit. That way it's not super precise, because I do want everything to flow together really well. And then I'm going to kind of just zigzag my finger up through the middle so it's not like a perfect even line. I feel like this just helps it blend better and there's no part in it, especially if you have somebody who has like a very defined part. Sometimes taking more zigzag sections will be helpful for when you pull the hair back, then you don't see that part quite as much. And then I'm just going to do another twist back here. And I'm just going to twist this down a little bit, about right there. We'll have the ends like this, and then we're going to secure it with another elastic. And I've got a little white elastic. When I'm working with blonde hair, I usually always use white or clear elastics. It just blends a lot better in the hair. And then of course, when I'm working with darker hair, I always try to use like dark brown or black elastics. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is just pinch and pull this right up here so we get the amount of volume that we want in her crown area. And sometimes I like to take a little bit of spray, and I'm gonna be using the Paul Mitchell Neuro Style Finish Spray. I like this spray because it's a good working spray. It's not too stiff. It's not sticky, and that is the key when you are doing updos and styles like this. You don't want anything super stiff or sticky, because what happens is when you start spraying hairspray in the hair that's too sticky, it starts to create a lot of frizz in the hair, which is what we want to eliminate. So this is a good light working spray. It actually helps to keep the frizz down. Also helps me to work with the hair a little bit. It's nothing super heavy. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back in, pinch and pull. And basically you just want to manipulate the hair and pull it out until you get the desired amount of volume that you or your client likes. And you can even come to the side and look at it and see if it's where you want it. See if you need to pull it more. Okay, and I think that looks good. I'm going to spray a little bit more of the finish spray. And then now we've got all of our twists. Okay, so now we're going to bring these twists back, and we're going to secure them back here. So what I'm going to do is start pinching and pulling these out, and I want to pull them out quite a bit. So I'm just going to manipulate them and just play with them and expand them until I like how it looks. And you can see how much detail that gives on the side, and you can really manipulate them and really get any look you want. I'm gonna make sure that I've got enough volume up here, so I'm gonna just pinch and pull a little bit, and then when I like it, I'm going to go ahead and going to put it through this twist right here. So it's just going to kind of lay back here. And then make sure that this is where I like it. And then I'm just going to take a bobby pin and I'm going to secure that in right here. And then, let me see, I'm going to take let me see if I can find one. I'm going to take one of these little bobby pins right here. These are great for securing places. So this is like I have like a little loopy right here. So I can just slide this in and kind of tack it in place. And then just pinch and pull till I get the desired amount of volume. And then I'm going to come to the other side, do the same thing. We're just going to pinch and pull, expand this out a little bit until I like it. And then when I have it where I want it and I like it, then I'm going to come back here and put it through the back part, and then I'm just going to take a bobby pin and secure it right there in the middle. I'm going to take another one and just pin it in there and crisscross it over that one I just put in. And then after, I'm just gonna play with the twist a little bit, make sure it looks how I want it to. And I'm gonna stick a couple bobby pins in the side to just hold it where I want it. Okay, and then spray a little bit of spray on the side. Okay. And then I'm gonna look at it from all angles, make sure it's where I want it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just pin this back section down right here. I'm gonna take a big bobby pin. Her hair is pretty thick, which is nice for a mannequin. Okay, so then we have all these tails left. So what I'm gonna do now is actually take off these little elastics, and you can even cut them off. I usually cut them off when they're in a real person, and I don't have my scissors right here. So I'm just gonna pull them out. And then what I'm going to do is just, since this is nice and secure, I'm actually gonna put one more bobby pin right here, because this should all be really secure up here, so then we can start working with the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna take my brush and just lightly comb this out. Perfect. And then we're going to divide this in 2 sections. So this first section right here, I'm just going to lightly comb it out, make sure it's nice and smooth. And then we're going to divide this in 2 sections, and we're just going to twist it just like this. And then I'm going to take an elastic and we're going to secure these ends. And I like to wrap it around quite a few times, especially if they're going to be dancing or anything. We just want as much security as possible in the hair. And then what I'll do at the ends is let it loop up like that. That way it just tucks in easier and hides better versus just leaving it a straight tail. And then what we're gonna do is really just pull out this twist as big as we can get it without making it frizzy. And then what I'm gonna do is just twist it around, and we're going to just kind of play with it for a second, just twist it, and then I'm going to just, when I like how it looks, I'm going to pin that tail in. And I like to pin the tail in first because that really starts to help me get that shape. And then I'll come up and pin the other parts. And I'm just gonna kind of hold it, put a bobby pin in there, and then we use a little bit of hairspray, again, just to keep it from getting frizzy. Hold it in place. And then we're going to do the same thing with this section. I'm going to just lightly comb it out first. And I'm holding this. You don't want to pull down on it, because if you pull down, it's going to start messing up your style up here if you start brushing too much. Once I got it smooth, we're going to divide this in half. And I'm going to just twist it around a couple times and then leave those ends out a little bit. And then we're going to take another elastic, and I'm just going to secure the ends, and then right at the end I'm going to loop it up like this, and then I'm just going to pinch and pull the twist out. And then once I do that, I'm just going to just fold it, twist it, and place it where I feel like it looks the best. And then you can kind of manipulate it after. And then again, I'm going to take a bobby pin and secure those ends first. And when I put it in, I do a little bit of a weaving action so it really gets in there and locks it into place. Then once I get it in place, I can come over here, secure the middle of it. Again, do like a little weaving action. And then as I'm doing it, you can pinch and pull the up here, wherever you feel like you need any places to be more volumized or anything like that. And then I'm just gonna go around and put some bobby pins in it to secure it. And I'm just using the little ones and I'm just weaving it a little bit into the hair. And then look at this side. Do one more over here. And then I'll show you guys the whole look. And then again, I just like to look at it from all angles, all sides, make sure it's proportional, make sure everything's how I want it. And then you can just pull these out a little bit more. And just kind of look at your bun, make sure it's how you want it. All right. Okay, and then lastly, I'm just going to take the curling iron. This is a 1-inch curling iron, and it is my Paul Mitchell 1-inch gold curling iron. I love it so much. And then I'm just going to do the other side, and then I will show you guys the whole 360 view of what it looks like. Then after I curl the front, I usually just like to run my fingers through it and then even take a little bit of hairspray, which let me go grab my hairspray. And I just like to fan them out, spray them back away from the face until they're kind of where I want them. Perfect. All right, let me show you guys the whole look. Okay, here she is. There's a little twist, the beautiful bun in the back. And then let me turn her around this way. Oh, she's got a little bobby pin poking out there. And then here is the other side. And then here is her front. So beautiful. I love this style. It's so boho and effortless and so cute and beautiful and elegant and all the things. I just love it so much. If you guys try this, make sure you tag me on Instagram at megan.lorson. I'd love to see your replications of this, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Like I said, my next video will be all about the soft glam waves, and then I will be doing one on the vintage glam waves. So I will see you in the next one.